And Russians say pizza, it actually means that they want a pizza.
When Russia is most beautiful country.
Those women that make such decision,
And then all your speech for me like meditation.
I did run out of time, faced with your advice to get her back in mind. I struggled to suffice way down.
This is Marat, my Russian-Armenian friend, and this is Maria. She works at an in-vitro fertilization clinic in Russia. In this very first episode of Travel Talks, we'll be talking to Marat and Maria about in-vitro fertilization, abortion, ayahuasca, meditation, and their effects on man and society at large. So sit tight and enjoy the conversation.
decided that it is the third day of growth, because at that day the genome of embryo start working. Before the third day, the embryo growing, and because of the oocyte belki, the material of oocyte, and the own genome of embryo sleeping before the third day of life. And the third day is point when the genome activated.
Okay.
And embryo become alive. It was alive before it, but the third day it became the new creation and make it themselves.
So
all processes.
2 to 3 days takes like embryo to sort of really kick in and like become really alive.
Yeah. So third day.
In your work, you made choice male, female, or child.
We can't do it if we don't use genetic pre-implantation genetic testing. We can do it, but we do it for medical purpose. If the parents have any disorders, we take a part of embryo and put it to genetic lab, and the geneticists make a test and make and they could say if it's healthy or not, and they can see the genome of embryo.
There is a couple they just want a girl. They want just a girl. But when you make an embryo, you cannot decide, or it's not under your control if it's going to be a male.
Yeah.
So do you make like a lot of samples of embryos and then do like some kind of testing to sort of find...
It's prohibited at Russia and other countries. We cannot make tests for gender, for choosing gender. So it's prohibited because of ethical.
What do you think about that?
For me, it's unusual.
For people, it's unusual.
Maybe even immoral. But I have question. You create new life.
She's God. Don't disrespect God.
I'm just an instrument of God.
Unusual road, but create. And in according with this, it's interesting for me your opinion about abortion, finish pregnant, because you create life. What do you think about abortion?
Oh, it's difficult because in some situation, women just need to make an abortion because of some reasons. But I don't.
In usual situation, when women say, "I'm very young, I am not, I don't want child," we don't take a serious situation when, for example, it will be
medical purpose.
Yeah, not medical purpose. Usual mother is normal health, child is normal health, and woman says, "I don't want a child." Usual.
Yeah, I can say that it's her opinion, but later.
Normal husband, there is money.
But many of those women that make such decision in the past and future came to clinic, in-vitro fertilization clinic, and ask, give me a baby. And we cannot, in some cases, we cannot do anything because of those her decision. Yeah.
Decide to try this thing, because I'm really interested, because, and what was your experience like the first time you did it, like what you felt and what made you sort of want to try it even more and go into such depths that you've gone through.
Okay, the first time it was just interest to take my psychology things and my problems and get it better. So I go to Peru after that.
Wow.
I have one question. This situation, this procedure of ceremony, shamanism, according only with special medicaments, or maybe with sexual contact, because many practice in the world according with the sexual context.
No. If you want to go to that ceremony, you need to take a diet with food, with your mind, and with sexual contacts. So you should be very pure to go there to see what is it.
I feel like some people are good at, like repressing these things. Maybe they have more control over how they feel about things, or how to just block negative feelings or stuff like that. In my case, I don't understand emotions to a degree like other. I'm an intuitive thinker. I'm an ENTP. So I'm just trying to look at these things logically, but I realize that no matter how much rationalization or how much logic I use to confront these things, it's not the same game. And it is like you need to go to this place where you kind of like understand that these feelings are not who you are. They are just like let's say that you get a burn. Okay, you get a burn doesn't mean that you're dead. It hurts for some time, but it heals and it's back to normal. So it's pretty much like that, maybe you got like an emotional body, and there you got these things, but they heal and they go away. But the way to heal them is not to sort of like ignore them, but to sort of like take care of them by confronting them. So that has been, I mean, it's I'm not sure what I'm trying to say here, but I feel like it hurts sometimes. It hurts, but I feel like you can't. When what most people try to do is that they go to party, or they're like, oh, I'm going to hang out with my friends, or I'm going to do this, I'm going to get myself into activity, and I'm going to forget. I don't think so. That's the right way. I think like, and also it's not the right way where you like you get obsessed with that feeling. You wallow in that so much that you enjoy being in that state. You need to be very aware, which is the most difficult thing, that this is what it is. Maybe I don't like it, but it is what it is, and I need to like understand that this is not a part of me. This is just how I'm experiencing, and it will go away. But you keep, like you don't try to push it. You just it's there, and it hurts sometimes. But you just like, it's almost like holding a shield against this thing and not letting it push through, and not trying to even sort of push back. Just sort of make sure that's there, and after some time, it's a magical thing. The human brain, I feel like, 1 week passes, 2 weeks. If you do it the right way, within a month or 6 months, I don't know how much time it takes, but it just goes away, and then you don't care about it anymore. And it does come up from time to time up in your brain, but it's like you don't have that emotion to it. But at least this has been my experience. But I have never been able to logically dissect, analyze, or solve the problems of the heart or of any kind of emotion. So yeah, that's my take on it. Yeah.
On one moment of your speech, I don't understand something, and then all your speech for me like meditation.
Meditation.
Bad English, sponsor of your meditation.
That's funny. Yeah. But we are talking about God, right? What were we talking about earlier? We were talking
We're
about
talking about two theory about human and nature. You record, yes?
Yeah, I'm recording.
I have two theory about human, nature, and relationships between each other. In one theory, people are part of nature. Part. There is animal, there is human, there is flowers. It's all equal, and in my opinion, from this theory, grow it Green Party, because many people of modern green politics prohibit to people all, not use river, not smoking, not eat meat, not use animals for make your clothes. But in another theory, human is a leader of nature. Nature create for human, and human like a king of nature, not dictator, because a king may be good, may be bad. Human mustn't be dictator for nature. Human care about nature, about animals, flowers, but he is leader. This difference, it's about accent on nature, accent in human. And in my opinion, from this philosophy established, grow it all politicals, all our behavior. For example, if we take first theory, it's like a modern political system. When all people say to president, you are not a leader, you are only manager for our state. We choose you, your manager, you like me. I don't ask that it's not correct. I only say facts. But in second theory, when people are king of nature, it's like a monarchy. When all nation loved his king, good king, because never loved bad king. And it's about hierarchy, yes?
Hierarchy.
Hierarchy system. I think in modern politics and modern philosophy, there is fighting between to each other, and want we choice accent on human, accent on nature, from it grow it all our behavior is
Not, like in harmony with the nature, and it gave rise to something that was very unusual. But I feel like also, like, we are not the king in the sense that there are so many things that can actually affect our civilization or our, like, one pandemic happened and it stopped the entire world. So I don't think so that humans are like in control of the world, or they are like a monarch to this world, and then it is for us to take. Maybe to a certain extent it's true, because it is looks like the way we can cut the trees we want, but I feel like we are a very important member of this ecosystem, and doesn't mean that we are independent of the ecosystem. So, like, if the kingdom dies, there is no for the monarch, or the king can't do anything about it, because he has no kingdom to live on. So, and I feel like the kingdom also is a kind of like a brain of its own, where if we do things too unusual, too incorrectly, or too outside the norm, then what happens is that the system wants to rectify that change in course that we have taken, and it kind of gives rise to things like the pandemic, or things like I don't know, the Spanish flu or some other stuff like that, and then humans have the ability, or we have this like this gift, or you can say this consciousness that we have given. We use that, our ability to think and be aware. We use that to sort of make sure that things go back to harmony. And the day we stop doing that, I think, the day we stop to sort of we give up our responsibility as the manager of this world, I feel that our civilization, the way humans live, it will definitely collapse, and the kingdom will do a very big course correction, and then maybe new kind of life will take over will rule the world.